Hey everyone, this is Stacy T coming to you via video. Wanted to send a video first thanking everyone who has purchased my book. I have a book that was just released on last week, August 2nd. It's called Where Do I Go From Here? Redefining Yourself After Heartbreak and Brokenness. And I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who has purchased the book thus far. Thank you for your kind words of encouragement, text messages, phone calls, Instagram shout outs, Facebook messages. I really appreciate it. For those who have not purchased the book yet, you can get your copy on Amazon, now available in paperback and Kindle version. Or you can purchase my book on my website, www.iamstacyt.com. That is STACY. There's no E in my name. So that's www.iamstacyt.com. You can purchase your autographed copy there and it will be shipped directly to you. I am also going to start doing some live broadcasting and hopefully some great conversations will come about it. So you can find me on Twitter and on Periscope at IamStacy_T. So again, I am STACY_T. So the other reason why I wanted to do this video is because I've been getting some questions from those who actually know me, but they still wanted to know, like, what made you write this book? What was the purpose behind it? You know, how did you get the courage to do it? You know, what prompted you to write this book and to write this type of book? So I thought that it would be great to shoot a video to those who know me and those who may not necessarily be in the New York City area, in the vicinity, that could sit down and have those conversations with me. So the reason why I wrote the book was I wanted to give hope to women who were and are going through those difficult times in their relationships. We tend to suffer in silence as women, especially for Black women. We go through a lot, we are put through a lot, and we like to keep everything to ourselves. And, you know, there are a lot of platforms on social media that give you tools and tricks on what to look out for and how to stay away from relationships and bad relationships. And there are a lot of guides and there's a lot of guidance from men, and it's great for men to come forward and talk about the things that they do and the things that women should look out for. However, what happens when you are sucker punched? What happens when you are blindsided and your world falls apart? How do you get through those trying times? And then after the fact, if everything works well and you're reconciled back to your husband, or you decide to give, your boyfriend another shot, how do you rid yourself of the pain that was caused so that you can be healed and learn how to love and accept love? Or if your relationship ended on a bad note, if your marriage has been dissolved and you're going through, or you have suffered through the event of divorce, what happens after that? How do you pick up the pieces of your broken life? Where do you go from here? That is one of the reasons why I titled the book what I titled it. Where do I go from here? How do I redefine myself after heartbreak and brokenness? Is there life after heartbreak and brokenness? And there is. I went through it. I got through it. I'm a better person for it. There are a lot of mistakes that I made even after my divorce. There's a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that I had to deal with and come through and get over. And it wasn't an easy feat. It wasn't. It was difficult. It was hard. So I wrote the book, and my hope was to kind of expose myself to the hurt and the pain, to give you an inside look on what I went through and the steps that I went through to get through all of that and get to a life of wholeness and happiness. The other part of it is a lot of times when these things come about and books are written or topics are discussed, it is well after a person has gone through what they've gone through, and the other side of that is they found love and they found the love of their life, and all is well and everything is great, and they are now in another relationship. And I feel like sometimes that gives the false reality that life after and my redemption in all that I've gone through is only going to come once I find love again. The happiness and the life after my brokenness is only going to come after the old love is replaced with new love. And that's not always the case. Now, I'm happy to read stories and books of those who have found love and how they have triumphed over all of the things that they've gone through and they found love. But the majority of people are still in the trenches, going through and trying to navigate through the hurt and the pain in their singleness or being single again. What do you do while you're waiting? What do you do and how do you deal with the pain when you have not found love again or have not found love yet? Because the idea is we do want to believe and have hope that we are going to experience the opposite of it. But until that time comes, what do you do? And I feel like oftentimes that is the missing piece of the puzzle, to give us hope, to say that until you find love, until love finds you, can you live a healthy, fulfilling life? Can you live a satisfied life being single or being single again while you wait? I'm not talking about those who do not have a desire to be married. I'm not talking about those who are very well satisfied in their singleness and they don't want any parts of a relationship. They don't want any parts of companionship. I'm talking about those of us, because I am amongst those of us who are looking forward to when that time comes. The question is, how do I get myself prepared for love? How do I, in addition to the list of what I want in a man, or for a man what I want in a woman, how do I make sure that I make that list of who I am? What do I have to bring to the table? Can I match or exceed the love that I'm looking for? And part of being able to match and exceed that love is being able to deal with the hurt and the pain of what I've gone through, so that I can be a better person. I can be a better person for me. I can be a better person for my children. I can be a better person for my future spouse. That is why I wrote the book. I'm hoping that healing will take place within ourselves, and then we can help to heal one another. And then we can help to heal our communities. And hopefully one day the tide will change, where we no longer just seek to be with someone and get pregnant or impregnate people and have broken homes. We're better than just visitation. We're better than I'm going to get with you because I want to have a baby. But I don't see I don't see you as marriage material, but I see you as mother material. I see you as father material. We're better than that. And the only way for us to get to that point where we change the tide from broken relationships and blended families to actual family units, where I'm going to get with you with the intention of marrying you. Or if it hasn't worked out, the next person that I get with, I am with, it is for the intention of marrying them and not for the intention of filling a void because I'm still broken until I get what I want and then I move on. It's time for us to start having those critical conversations about the things that are plaguing us and are hurting us. And it starts with ourselves. You know, I had to go through what I went through so that I can be healed and be better and look for the pitfalls and the mistakes. And ladies, you know, it's not always for a man who looks good to tell us those 10 things that we need to do. You know, and I'm not hating towards those men that are there, that are giving us those nuggets, because we need them. I'm not hating for those women who are married and living successful and have successful marriages that give us hope to say that there are men out there. My whole thing is, while we are waiting, what message are we setting? While we're waiting, let's give hope to one another to say that in this singleness, in this single life, we can make it. But we have to deal with the hurt and the pain. We cannot ask ourselves, where do I go from here, if I don't know the place that I stand and I don't know where I've been. I don't know where I'm going if I don't know where I've been. And we have to deal with the past before we move into our future. So that's why I wrote the book. Again, I've given you all of the information of where you can find it. I'm going to be setting up some things on Periscope so that we can have some really great conversations. The idea is not to hate on my sisters. The idea is not to male bash. The ideal is not to disregard the pain that we've been through. It's things that we need to talk about. And hopefully we'll be able to heal one another one heart at a time. So that is it. I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to your comments. Please like, tag, share. Check out my blogs on IamStaceyT.com. I'm also featured on Common Truths, www.commontruths.com, which is a great community of men and women who want to foster fruitful conversations so that we can kind of bridge this gap of men being from Mars and women being from Venus. It's all about communication. It's all about setting up those platforms for those of us who have been hurt so that we can be healed. And it's all about just loving and living life to the fullest. And that is it. So I look forward to talking to you again, and peace.